barbarians that fights Conan at the end.
Yeah.
Like one of the right-hand men of Falsa Doom.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yep.
Do you want the chieftain's amulet or ring?
I'll take both.
Okay, what's the
6
count at now?
items. This is 3, so circle. So amulet and ring would be another 2. I have one more.
5.
So chieftain's amulet and ring.
And then the shaman's war scythe?
Okay. Can I take her holy symbol? Actually, no. I leave this holy symbol on her. Never mind.
Okay, so you gather up some weapons, but at this point in time, the doors are opening. There are guards that are gathering up the bodies and weapons, and they don't seem to stop you from the looting. This may be, in a weird way, your payment for doing this grisly deed for Duchy and Duke.
Well done, gladiators.
So they get treasure? They get to take the spoils.
There is always a form of payment for work.
Why do the soldiers get the spoils? They should get everything.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm really sorry to interrupt. Magnus does say a prayer to Cord for both of them.
Okay, after...
Like, on the way out, like, you know,
Yeah.
Cord
Yes.
allowed them into your...
The soldiers are also doing their job. Work is paid.
Soldiers are not strong. They look frayed.
There are many soldiers.
The armor might have taken too much time to take off.
No, Magnus is leaving the soldier, the barbarian, with his armor and a sword and a weapon.
Okay, after a while, Drain's like, I think I can walk on it. I think I can walk. He's just hobbling around.
Let him fall down, pick him up again.
Magnus
what
will
was
show
your
the
perception check,
barbarian.
Ashoka?
It was 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, you did see that there were a lot of, like, chubby people, probably Cheb's family. But there
Yep.
was one flash from the eye of Cheb. You notice he's not sitting with his family, and while Magnus was fighting, you saw him, like, right at the end, like, hanging over the side, looking and watching everything. And there was a weird flash from his eyes.
Cheb's a hefty fellow.
Cheb is a
Yes.
hefty fellow.
Yes, Sheb is a hefty fellow. Good work. Good work.
Yes. Yes. Ah, which item is mine?
What do you say?
Sargon's
item
asking
is
which
his?
item is mine.
We have to earn our reward.
I hope the goblins have good things that they're carrying.
All depends on what's in the box. It's a surprise.
Yes. We can burn the box.
Yes, we can.
Come, my fellow gladiators, we should toast to our victory.
This is Damian? Sargon's following you.
Did you like killing?
Did I ever?
Magnus walks past these guys and just goes...
Stay away from that boy. He's a bad influence.
Magnus goes up to the barkeep like, whatever you have.
Oh, what do you need? Something light or strong?
Strong.
Well, the dragon had the right idea, I suppose. This is some moonshine.
Oh, here we go.
Magnus just goes junk, 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 junk.
Magnus is getting drunk in 3 minutes.
He takes one and he goes to pray to Cord at the.
Why so glum, Magnus? We won. Soundly.
Magnus stops, comes back. We fought honorably. They fought honorably. We won. They died.
That's the way I'd have it.
He sits, he thinks for a bit. I don't agree with what happened in the end, but I know what's supposed to happen.
That is the deal.
Sona and Fleas don't look too... Drain just looks like he's in pain. Sona and Fleas don't look too happy either.
And what happened to you, Dre? Why are you limping?
Fucking... The sand wasn't even. I stepped in a little rivet and twisted my ankle.
You got taken down by sand.
I thought it was even. My leg went almost all the way up to my knee, and I was already, like, moving forward. Fuck. They should have a sign. That's what he's saying.
Damian laughs at that. Yes, I'm sure we'll get them to put a sign there. Wouldn't want
How
anyone
long
else.
does he need, like, healing, or what is it? Is just an hour or something? It's time, right?
Yeah,
To get over the
it
injury.
goes away, like, the condition goes away in a minute.
Okay.
He'll just be, like, a little owie.
Look at your wounds, you're still breathing. But you all fought well. Please, we need to get you
You did
better
not miss
gear.
the shadow people, Duke Wolfrain. We toggle between the masters who are in the city of Vatapol, who have their own ludus, and the Circus of Dread. We toggle between the two groups. There are threads that are starting to intertwine between these two different groups of gladiators. But yeah, he missed a gladiator fight where Magnus Magnus and his company killed a bunch of barbarians from the northern Kraul lands. Not the same racial stock as Magnus's people, but still the same situation where these people struggle against the lawful Imperium.
Only
Who
Damian
I would
and
be
Magnus killed people. Nobody else
I-
killed. Everybody else was doing non-lethal or just knocking people out. They're the murderers.
Now, having said all of that, Magnus would be fighting against these people if the Imperium wasn't here.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Kraul
Yeah,
barbarians
so-
and their tribes fought the Corsicans. There are like half a dozen different barbarian tribes in the north that all the Voorlanders, the Corsicans, the Kraul. I'd have to look at the map to get some of the other ones.
So Duke, one of our gladiators is Czargon. He's a small red dragon who's friggin' brutal, and he's gonna go and fight very shortly with Adam's character, Zed.
Okay, I'm gonna risk destroying our internet connection and opening up
Spreadsheet?
the spreadsheet. Yep.
I'm in serious need of food. I'm going to step away for a few minutes to...
Okay. First, let's add your winnings. So you bet how much?
15.
30,000.
You bet
Oh, yeah, we did
30,000.
30, yeah.
You
And
get
to give
you
us-
get your 15 back. You get the 15 back that covered the bet, and then you get you get 15 grand. You get
winnings.
15 grand in winnings, and then the personal bets were what?
I only bet 400, so.
I made it.
So you make an additional 200, Mark.
Yeah.
I bet a talent.
How much of that was your own money?
200. Well, no, wait, I borrowed.
you borrowed a
I
talent.
borrowed a talent.
Okay, so put the talent back, and then give
And
yourself
keeping
500.
the rest. Exactly, yeah. Because I can't bet more. Instead of borrowing,
Which is a weird way of using the Ludus's money. It's like I'm betting with the Ludus money, but I'm paying myself the winnings.
You should work in
I
Wall
lost
Street.
it.
I'm gonna bet with other people's money and keep the interest. Oh, that's
That's a Magnus for you. It makes perfect
Honorable.
sense to me.
all right. But if that's what you're doing, add the 500 to your
Oh
character
hell
sheet.
yeah!
So, right, I'm adding the 31, so we're at 41.1, and then it's basically we need to do another bet, something along those lines for the dragon fight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to desktop mode and then show you guys the Conclave of Crimson Scale sheet.
Mark, I
Yes.
need to go get some food. I'll fucking die if I don't. I'm just guessing. Try to do a similar 30K bet.
But hold on, aren't we paying the queen, the queen of goblins or goblin queen, whatever? Like,
No, we didn't sort that out. we gave her some goblins to start with, and that all kind of went sideways.
So what's the deal? What if she comes back and says, "You owe me like 30
She
talents"?
she probably will.
She
That's
can
fine.
she can
She
take
can
us to court.
Suck a D,
She can take us to court,
a D20.
and I will plea us down to like 10 or 15.
Right.
Uh,
It's up to. Don't worry about it.
Magnus is gonna bet another talent. Only borrowing 500 though.
Go to the ledger.
Actually,
Use the
no,
format.
I'm gonna bet my own money.
You
so
have your own money. You bet your own money.
party
Okay.
pages.
I need to do that.
Yeah, no problem.
I think we're gonna jump to while you're figuring that out. I think we're gonna jump to Phineas. What Phineas was doing this this turn.
Okay.
'Cause we're not finished with this turn. Let me just change my view again. So Phineas, meanwhile, while the fighting was going on, so all these guys were busy. Phineas decided that, or at least this is when you scheduled with the local guild master
to the
to start dissecting
the dragon.
Crixes. Yep.
Yep.
Are you just sauntering over to the tower, or
Yes, he is. He
okay?
is.
You want to path out the route that you're taking to the Tower of the Sage?
Sure. Let me. Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Dun dun dun. So I created a bets and gladiator matches page, and I'm gonna basically every week we'll have
Alright.
the matches listed and the bets against it and who made the bets. Okay.
Cool.
Where's Phineas? Oh, there he is. All right.
So table.
There he is. There. Hang on, I gotta zoom out. All right. Yeah, I know which way he's not going.
Okay. You want to stop at about this intersection, and then I've got to ask Quinta a question. Quinta, is this the time you wanted that thing to happen? Were you spending a point to make that thing happen? This is against Phineas. This is why I'm asking. You kind of had a generic request.
Why do you hate Phineas, Quinta?
Quinta does have a villain point.
Nope.
Sure. All right. There is a villain point fueled random encounter for Phineas as he's on his way to the tower.
Okay.
I'm going to look up the well, let's come up with an encounter table. 1, it's someone you know. 2, it's
Someone who hates you. 3.
urban encounter table. 3, it's kinda really random. Okay. So I need a D3. I'll make Mark roll the D3 because that's really cruel.
2.
2. Let's look at the random encounter table. Random encounter. Quinta was like, we haven't had a random encounter in a while. Can I spend a villain point to make one happen that is really challenging? This was the request.
God damn it! That's a cool idea. I like that.
There are some city encounters. Urban, dangerous. Okay, I need 3 D100s, and I'll take the most dangerous out of those ones.
What? All right.
Holy crap.
81, I guess. I don't know how that works out.
Yeah. So it's that. That. Weird. What would they be doing here? Why?
Fuck. What?
58.
The Excel sheet is so slow.
61. Or 81. Oh! Okay. Okay. While you're walking down the street, Damian, or sorry, not Damian, Phineas.
Phineas.
There's some guy that comes busting out of a store and bumps into you. There's this panic-looking man. He looks like a shopkeep. They're after me!
Wow, what did you do?
They're after me! There's complete horror on his face as he bumps into you. He's human.
Who's after you?
They are! They are!
What is it, they? And he looks inward.
And there are 4 men coming out of the shop, and they all look the same. I mean, eerily the same.
Knowledge nature?
I believe. So we're just going to call them Weird Men. Weird Man 1. Weird Man 2. Sure. They're coming out, and you notice that they have blades in their hands. Like they crashed through this shopkeeper's back door. I roll initiative, actually.
Honestly, Phineas gets in fights so irregularly, I don't even know what his initiative modifier is. I honestly think he's been in 1 fight so far. +3.
Okay, the shopkeep's got a 2. The weird men got a 13.
12 for Phineas.
Phineas?
Yep.
Okay, the weird men glance. You're the only one out in the street at this point in time. It's early in the morning. I imagine you're getting an early start to your day.
Yep. Yes.
The two weird men. One of them comes up to the guy and tries to hit him over the back of the head. He does so, knocking him out. Another one then kind of scoops him up, while these 2 come out with their rapiers drawn. What do we do? And it's almost like they finish each other's sentence with him. A witness.
I didn't see anything.
And they start, like, positioning themselves. Come with us.
Knowledge. All right. Knowledge nature.
The first thing I want is a perception check.
All right. That's not going to be awesome. 8.
Okay, for you to notice the thing.
Don't notice the thing.
Is DC 36, 40, 39, 41.
I don't know what that thing is, so...
They're all human. But how can they all be the same guy? They're
Knowledge
brothers,
Arcana,
maybe? Brothers or something?
knowledge...
Okay, so you're trying to figure out what they are.
I have all the knowledges. Just tell me which one.
Yeah, but you can't see through something, so you're seeing men.
All right.
But there's something wrong because they're all the same.
Okay. Phineas is going to.
So they're threatening you, like, come with us, and they've got their blades. They want to bring you into the shop. This
He's gonna
guy's
try
shop is a tailor shop.
He's gonna try and defensively cast. 4th level spell,
Okay.
which will be difficult for him.
Back in a sec, grab food.
I gotta check. Plus 13. DC's 23.
15 plus double spell level. Yep.
So need a 10 or higher. Here we go. Nope.
Okay.
He loses his dimension door.
They kind of jostle you a little bit. One of them is going to attempt to grapple you, while the other one's aiding in the grapple. Do you have a weapon out?
Nope.
You also hear a weird buzzing in your head. And it seems like whenever one of these guys is looking directly at you, the kind of buzzing crackle happens. And their grapple check isn't all that great, but this is a Phineas. So this is the aid on the grapple. He does
not gonna
so.
take much.
21. You're spending a hero point for what, Foxfire? That's. I see what you guys are doing. You're spending villain points to get them into trouble and hero points to get them out. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Fox wants to spend a hero against the villain point. Are you trying to give him an extra action? I don't know if he's got another dimension door. Is there a useful thing that Phineas could do with the extra action? For the defensive cast, would a +4 retroactively allowed you to make it?
Yes, it would give me a 24. So
Okay, you saw them kind of closing in. You did get the sensation of the buzzing, like it made you dizzy a little bit. It's not like they were attacking. You'll get a spellcraft check in a moment. You managed to somehow no, and managed to blurt out the spell. What are you doing with your dimension door?
I'm doing what the cowardly wizard always does.
Okay, so you dimension door right outside the door of the Tower of the Sage. You tried to dimension door inside, but maybe you need...
Shunt it out. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. The Tower of the Sage, if you walk to the edge, you'll be able to look down the road and see them.
Yes, he does want to see them.
Okay, they're looking around. They're dragging the guy back into the tailor shop, and... the others are searching now for you in alleys.
Okay. Yes, he is going to...
Give me a spellcraft check for the buzzing.
All right. Awesome at spellcraft. I think. Yeah. Oh, what happened there? 29?
Okay. You're pretty sure that when they were looking at you, that was some sort of constant detect thoughts. You're now worried because as part of casting the spell, you have to declare the location. You thought for a moment, you glance back down, and you can see one of them standing in the street and looking up at the tower.
What's the range for arcane sight?
You don't know where the other three are.
120, I believe.
All right, so I'm way out of range.
But I am checking for you.
All right. He is...
He's approximately 360 feet away from you.
They took the other guys into the...
They knocked out. They sapped. They basically sapped with the basket hilt of a rapier. The tailor, or some guy who worked there, dragged them in. And when you thought for a moment, you're like, "What are these things? What are these things?" Oh shit! They were casting detect thoughts on me. That means they. And you turned around, and there's this creepy dude standing in the road, still looking up in the general direction of the tower. Phineas goes away from the edge. Are you going into the tower, or are you going to?
I'm gonna see what I got prepped because this is my everyday spell list, which is not combat heavy.
Yep, this is also the day of the fight.
Yeah, he's got no extracts to use.
You have bombs and your wizard spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is going to cast fly on himself.
Okay, you cast a fly spell. Let's see if there's anyone else up really early around the tower. 3, there's somebody in the vicinity. 1, there isn't. Nope, it's kind of a quiet morning in Vatapole. Everyone's getting ready for the fight.
Yeah.
And you wondered why I kept Akka around.
How does Sage protect you? So you're flying out?
Yeah.
Okay, you see Maeve's school. You don't know if Maeve's home or not, but...
Well, they'll wake up in a second.
Okay, the guy's still in the road.
Okay, he's going to cast a merciful magical missile on him.
Alright, the weird man... So you're now 230 feet away from him. He gets to act.
Or can I? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think he's starting to stride towards you. Like he doesn't seem to be afraid of you. Just looking up at you as he's running. No, he's not running. He's just moving quickly. There's something about his movements that are odd. Like his stride and his gait isn't quite right.
Okay, maybe I can make a roll to disbelieve an illusion.
Sure, you could spend an action to do that, or you can do your magic missile.
I'll spend an action to do that.
Okay, you're like, this guy, maybe it's some sort of illusion. Give me your will save.
I double check my will save. Why is it so low? Oh, it is what it is.
You're a druggie.
24.
There's nothing illusory about this guy.
Okay.
And so you fly forward, you're like, is this guy an illusion? And he's just walking quickly and briskly towards you. Of course, you're in the air. You're not sure what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's like, what do you think you're going to do here, buddy? Yeah, he's going to cast that magic missile on his turn.
Okay, your turn. You cast a merciful magic missile against him.
Yeah.
Okay, they unerringly hit. He's got nothing to block the merciful magic missile.
7th level's 4.
44 plus 4? Yeah.
44 plus 4.
14 damage.
It's like he's being attacked by bees. 14 points of damage. That injured him. You don't think he's bloodied, though. He swats at them. It didn't knock him out. He now is striding forward towards you. He looked angry for a moment, but then his face went straight,
Okay.
and he wanders forward. His hand is in his coat, and as a move, he produces a wand.
Oh, sorry. I take that back. I didn't have that prepared. I did not have that prepared.
Sure, you did. Just move something around. Too late.
Right, sure. Fine. He didn't have ant haul. No, he would have had that ready. He didn't have mount ready. There we go.
Okay, the guy pulls out a wand. You can make a spellcraft check, as there is a... I think he actually has to be closer. So he's...
Not doing anything yet?
Yeah, he's pointing a wand at you as he's striding closer to you. The wand looks like a glass rod.
Marty,
Yeah.
what caused the aggression?
A tailor went running out of his shop and bumping into Phineas, screaming that there was something wrong. They're out to get me. And then these 4 dudes came out of the shop. The initial reason why we were having this encounter was that Quintus spent a villain point to have a challenging encounter for Phineas.
Kinta? Good on you, mate.
He casts Arcane Sight.
Okay. Interesting. So I think the buzzing is back when he got really close. Give me a second. Let's see what the range of this is.
Yes.
No, it's his mental buzzing whenever they're looking directly at him. Yes. So when he finished his double move, he's looking up at you. You know that he may be picking up your surface thoughts, or the spell has begun.
All right.
If you were
So
blow
you're floating in the sky, moving a little bit closer. And what were you going to cast at him? Sorry.
I didn't cast anything. I cast Arcane Sight.
Arcane Sight. Okay, let's have a look at that.
you see all magical auras. And then if you concentrate on a guy, you can see his highest prepared spell level. And what class he casts from.
Gestalt, that's bullshit character.
No, you do see that there is, I think, an evocation one. Give me a second.
Okay.
It is a faint evocation glass rod he's got in his hand, and do you have to concentrate to see his power?
No concentration required.
It's a concentration check on a specific creature within 120 feet of you as a standard action. You can
Okay.
determine blah 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 blah.
So you see a little bit of divination around his head. It's faint, and then he's got a faint evocation kind of swirling around the glass rod, and then we'll say one of maybe his items underneath his shirt is magical. He's not wearing any jewelry. His glasses are magical. There's a faint separate divination aura coming from his glasses.
Okay.
All right, and then you've got to move or make fly checks. I don't think you automatically hover with fly.
No, he's gonna move.
Okay.
He's gonna move back. It's double the distance, right?
Yep.
So 30 is 60.
Yep. Okay, give me a perception check, Phineas, because this guy was striding down the street while others were moving through back alleys to try to get closer to you.
Nope.
All right, so these guys are hiding.
Whose wife did you sleep with to get the bounty hunters set upon you?
They're not bounty hunters, dude.
Kidnappers?
I suspect that that missing officer is going to show up again soon, and there'll be no problem for. That's what I'm saying.
Mark's got some meta knowledge, and he's picking up on a few things.
Invasion of the body snatchers? Okay.
All right, so you don't see the two ones that are sneaking up on you. You move 30 feet back. He's going to hustle, double moving 60 feet forward. He's still not in range of that wand. Give me another perception check, as this one is trying to sneak along the side, while another one is sneaking kind of in the overhang and shadows of this building.
Nope.
Yeah, those fives. They're not like godlike sneaky guys. So give me a second.
But five's not good enough.
They are. Wow. Okay, that's underwhelming. 8. And that guy was moving at speed. So plus 8 minus 5. Got a 19. So yeah, you don't notice this guy. You didn't notice this guy moving. This guy moved, double moved. That was non-lethal damage you took from the magic missile. It's like their pale skin. There's just something weird, and their movements are all wrong. Like they've got weird tics.
All right. He casts.
And the fact that he's still like running with the wand out seems really unnatural, stiff, maybe.
He's going to cast.
Don't worry, we are all human. I will drink my human drink while I sit in my human chair.
He is going to cast invisibility. on himself.
Okay.
I'll give my. What is that?
Halo blue. You want me to do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I just screwed it up. So.
All right. So Phineas is now invisible.
And then he moves back to up here.
All right. One more perception check. This guy is moving kind of right to the edge of the cliff. This guy comes out of the shadows and is just simply walking down the road quickly.
Other 5.
All right, and this guy's sneaking at speed, so he's at a net +3. Now with distance, you don't notice that this guy is moving at speed around the other side of the building. But you saw this guy. You're like, oh shit! Like, had you landed? Had you not been flying?
Yeah.
These guys would have snaked around you. He comes out of the shadows and he's walking with determination, looking up at you every once in a while. You know how swimmers kind of like look to a side and get their breath?
Yeah.
He's doing this like almost too perfectly as he's looking up towards you. You get the sense that they're converging on the Tower of the Sage. Of course, you were thinking about the Tower of the Sage when you dimension doored as well. So
Yeah.
that.
You have dimension door?
I did dimension door, yes.
How did you dimension door?
With magic?
Phineas is 7th.
Yeah.
He's a wizard.
Oh, I'm a sorcerer, that's why. I fucking suck, I'm a sorcerer, that's why. Okay, never mind then. So, as you were.
Thanks.
Phineas will be teleporting before you.
You keep them more high.
All right, Phineas.
He starts casting Summon Monster too.
Okay, full round summon. He walks right up to the edge. For him to get you in the wand's range, you've got cover. Although he can't see you, he's like looking around for you.
Did he follow me? Because I cast and then moved.
Yeah, they're heading towards the tower.
Okay.
He's looking for you. You're like, fucking creepy. And then this guy is just moving. And you see a third one. Oh, he's coming down the street, moving ahead.
This would be the first time to learn about the interactions between detect thoughts and invisibility.
You know that this is probably round 3 of detect thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Wondered this myself.
Do you have an int of 26 or higher?
I do not.
Okay.
Think you
You gonna make a will save?
Just a moment. Alright.
You still hear the buzzing? Like there's
Yeah.
buzzing, no buzzing, buzzing, no buzzing, buzzing. He's looking around.
Plus
He knows you're somewhere up there.
28.
You force it from your mind. You've got a few simple mantras that are kind of magical that you say, and you force the buzzing out of your mind. It's like an expanding bubble of safety. You are alone with your own thoughts, as are we all.
The darkest place there is.
All right, you see them moving. You know that there's now 3 of them. You don't know where the 4th one is, which kind of makes you worried a little bit.
Okay. Goblin dog should appear.
Phineas and his goblin dog. Nice.
Have him appear at the top and then have it jump on him, or do you have it appear down below?
I have it appear like right behind him.
Yeah, that doesn't bust your invisibility. That's pretty good. And he's already injured, so... Dog goblin? Come on.
They're horrible. They've got the filth or the mange, or what do they call it? The horrible itchies.
Cute little Pathfinder token here. We did buy like we bought the digital version of their tokens so we could make little tokens. The goblin dog appears behind him. Oh, he like reacts to it as it starts attacking him.
Okay. Yeah, not the greatest. Not the deadliest beast on the earth, but
Give him the itchy tasties.
19.
Looking.
Dude, what are you doing?
This guy is AC 16, so the goblin dog is now like biting his leg.
They bite hard enough. 4 damage and the allergic reaction.
Yeah, there's no DR involved, and the allergic reaction is a what? Is a save?
DC 12 fortitude save.
Okay, he only has a +4. 11, he fails. What happens?
He takes a -2 penalty to dexterity and charisma for a day.
Oh, he's all itchy. 2 dex and charisma penalty for a day. Okay. He's got this dog attacking him. You notice that his hand goes up and scratches the back of his head as this weird flush of like rash appears. And then his skin, it's kind of hard from above to see, but you do have a little bit of a bird's eye view. His skin bubbles and the rash disappears into his skin, but then the rash kind of like re-flashes and appears.
Okay.
Blame Cid for this.
These two are running up the street. They both run. Well, this one has to turn around the corner before he can run. And then this guy takes a 5-foot step back from your dog and blasts it with his wand. A ray of force comes out of the wand. You have a spellcraft check. Actually, no, wait. He needs to make a use magic device check. He cannot automatically do this, and he could fail on a 1. So
Hawkeye.
he tried to activate the wand, and nothing came out. So no spellcraft check. He's trying to make the wand work, but it's not going.
Okay.
Thanks to the charisma, thanks to the charisma damage from the rash. There should be an additional -1 in there, but still. And then Phineas is flying.
Yeah, he flies. He's worried about the tailor. He's going to see if he can save the tailor.
Okay. All right, the dog moves in to attack, I'm assuming?
Yep, the dog will attack you on my turn. AC 14.
The strange man has an AC of 16, so he's able... Oh, -2 dex, AC 15. So...
Still misses, yeah.
Still misses. The dog is growling at him and trying to get him. You can see that these two are running up. This guy almost closes the street. This guy runs to the end of the street. And then this guy 5-foot steps back and tries to make the wand work. So +9 -1. AC 21. Ah, he does it! Make a spellcraft check. DC 17. No, that's wrong. 19.
Automatically make it.
It is a wand of admonishing ray.
Give me your hand here.
It's exactly like Scorching Ray,
Non-lethal.
except it's a force effect and it's non-lethal damage.
It's her capture.
Or doing damage to... I would allow it to do damage to
Ghosts.
ghosts and that sort of thing. Okay, so he has to make a ranged touch attack against your goblin dog with his wand.
Okay.
He is at a +5, which becomes a +4 with his rash. Touch AC of 16.
Hits.
Okay, he blasts the goblin dog for 21 non-lethal damage.
That takes it out.
Does it pop?
Yeah, it pops. Pops
Okay.
the dog.
The summoned creature disappears. All right. Now he's looking around. He looks back up. He's looking around. Phineas?
Yeah. There.
Okay, you could flying run. So ×4.
Yeah, he did. Okay, he'll go. Right to here then.
Okay, the door is slightly ajar as you descend to the street level, and you can hear some like rustling, some rough rustling, and some like heavy boots kind of scraping against the wooden floor of the building. There's a like boutique area where there's a bunch of clothing hanging in the room. There is a large table and some seats with a bunch of measuring tools and different fabrics on big wheels, but the sound seems to be coming from the back. I need a good name for a tailor shop.
Bob's Buttons and Boudoirs.
Barton's buttons and boudoir.
Barton's, buttons, and I need to know how to spell boudoir.
Just think of your outrageous inner Frenchman. And there's a U in there somewhere.
Boudoire.
Yeah. For women's private room, so all the doilies and like
Philly bits and lacy
frilly
things.
bits.
And...
Yeah, so it's part tailor shop, part like dressmakers. There might be a loom in the back, but you can hear some like rough some rough noises coming from the back. Not quite like a fist fight, but there's motion.
Spanky battles.
No, not quite like that. Some jostling. No words being spoken.
Okay. He casts mage armor.
With some harsh love.
All right, I need to find a good miniature for the tailor that came running out at you. Of course, I'm going to get a bunch of Taylor Swifts. Not that Taylor. Taylor.
He wants the tailor from the Twilight movies.
The other one I could think of is the one from Home Improvement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a decent picture. Renaissance Taylor. It's some painting of some dude. All right. See? So you use this thing called token tool, see? And then you could take a screenshot of something, see? And once you've taken the screenshot, you take your token tool and zoom it in. This is a token tool tutorial we're doing right now. And here's a tailor. We'll save the tailor token. He needs a name. What is his name? This is Barton Jr. And that's saved to a busy desktop somewhere, and you can drag that into map tools, and and you can create a token right on the fly. All right, so you cast mage armor. You're out in the street. You are in another room. There was a room between you. There's a slightly adjacent door, or a jarred door, and you're in the street flying around. I'm going to give him DC 0 to hear someone spellcasting. He's distracted. It will be a DC 12 perception check to notice that there may have been spellcasting outside.
Distance? Are you counting
Plus
that?
distance, yes. 12 plus 40 is 16. His perception's plus 9. Nope. Not that you just hear the jostling. It sounded like a boot being pulled off and dropped to the floor.
Okay. Phineas, is it his turn?
Yeah. So you flying run.
Yeah.
These guys moved,
Do their thing.
and this guy was still looking around for you. Slowly. Now it's Phineas' turn.
Phineas is going to fly in.
Okay.
Touch the guy, and arcane bond a dimension door.
Okay, so you walk into you fly into the room, and you can see like dresses and a half finished suit. The sound's coming from the back room.
Okay.
You do see the door is open.
All
You're
right,
gonna
he'll
fly into the
open-
back room.
Yeah, he'll fly into the back room.
Okay. You fly into the back room. You can see there is a man that is incapacitated that is currently being undressed by a man that looks exactly like him and is naked. The guy who is naked doesn't have a belly button and is round. It is round around the men parts like a Ken doll.
Okay.
Smooth and featureless.
One of
And you
these
notice that he's in the process
stop the
the process of getting ready, like clothing himself with the knocked out dude's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
His mouth twists. Well, actually, you're invisible, so you're flying forward. And what do you do when you see this?
I touch the unconscious guy.
Yep.
Arcane Bond, a dimension door, back to the Ludus.
And the Ludus is
Just up the street.
just up the street. Okay, so back into your lab in the Ludus.
Now you get to explain why you have a naked man in your lab who's unconscious.
Okay, so all these gladiators did get up to leave.
I understand.
This is a whole
Good.
day affair sometimes. There's not too many people at the Ludus right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is going to leave him there. He gets the guards to bar the gates.
Okay.
And wakes up whoever's left here.
All right, so you dimension door back. That was the end of your turn.
Yeah.
These guys are running. This guy's still looking around for you. This one is going to start getting dressed with different clothes. All right, Phineas, what are you doing?
You're
You're still invisible. Yep.
Yeah, he ends his invisibility and rallies the rest of the Ludus.
Bar the gates! Bar the gates! Phineas is freaking out as there's some people training in the courtyard. Like, what's going on? You heard him, says Josephus the Shiv. Bar the fucking gates already! Saxum and some of the guards bar the gates.
All right, and
Don't worry, everything's under control down here, Chief.
If strange-looking men come to the door, murder them. They'll all look alike.
Oh yeah, we're all right.
I mean, exactly alike. We
Wait,
have
would all
funny
these guys be
hats.
locked up while you were gone? Probably. So
Yeah.
Urik's locked up, Nova's locked up. They're still like
Phineas unlocks them. Like, just get up. Like,
old Vigo's probably trustworthy enough, and why would Josephus be running around? He's not. He wouldn't be.
He's not to be trusted.
He's like, okay, so he's in a room right now where there's some bars that he could yell into the courtyard, so he could have that conversation. Old
The only
Vigo,
ones, yeah, it's the Sverfs are the ones that are relatively mobile.
oh, you've let them just wander around freely?
Well, they're supposed to be like the help for the house,
Right.
and they've got like contracts, like
That's right.
Yeah, Damian probably fixed those contracts.
Yeah, and the mass theologian is there, so there are some people that are there.
Things that
Old-
won't be noticed for 10
Old
years.
Vigo's like, is that a problem, Master Phineas? Looks up at you with wide eyes.
This okay. Knowledge something creatures with no belly buttons or genitals that take on the appearance of others.
Yes, now you can have a knowledge check. Now that you've had enough, this is a knowledge nature.
Okay.
no.
33.
You think that you've come across a gaggle of doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers.
Vigo's looking up at you.
Creatures that take on the appearance of others.
Oh, all right. cracks his knuckles and gets ready to cast a spell at the door.
Don't strain yourself.
Is everything all right? Says the priest of.
There were doppelgangers in the streets trying to kidnap the tailor. I managed to rescue him. Oh! I should wake him. I should wake him. You can wake him. Help me wake him.
The theologian comes upstairs because he sees one of the masters in a panic.
Wake up this undressed naked man in my bed.
Yeah, this just deposited it on the floor. This half-naked tailor. What is a doppelganger? Is what he says.
It's a foul creature that takes on the appearance of other intelligent creatures, steals their lives. What it wanted with this one, I know not. Yet.
How do you know if this one isn't one?
Oh, he has man bits. And the other one has no belly button or man bits. It's kind of where the resemblance ends.
The half-naked dude didn't have his pants off yet. You don't know if that was an important detail or not.
Well, if he has no man bits, he's just gonna be tied up and beaten. So you should look.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check. You're trying to get the priest to have a look at the dude's junk. Oh, weird. You take things to the logical conclusion.
21.
Alright, so the two of you have this awkward scene where you're making sure he's a dude. He seems alright.
Well, there we go. I picked the right one then.
He casts a spell. The guy kind of chokes awake. Sputters awake. Ah! Ah! Do not be frightened. I am a priest of court. This is a wizard. Where am I?
You're at the Ludus of the Crimson Scale.
Ludus, what am I doing in a gladiator?
I rescued you.
Oh, you're the man in the street. Help me!
Yes.
He's like begging and holding onto your
Okay, he's
robes.
not touching me. Please make him stop touching me.
Help me!
Yeah,
Help me!
did
There were
help
four
you.
of them.
Yes. They're still out there. But why would they want you? Is my question.
Look, you're pathetic.
I don't know what those things are. They came in and they finished each other's sentences. They were strange. They were unnatural. What is it that you do? I'm Barton Jr.
Can doppelgangers assume the skills of those they take? With a 33?
I'm a shitty tailor.
You know that something about the more physical connection or connection they can make with their victims, the more they can they can assume. You think the ones you ran into were lesser doppelgangers. If they were greater doppelgangers, you probably would have never seen that. The lesser ones, no. You think they just take on the mannerisms.
Okay. So, what are you?
I'm just a
some
tailor.
kind of trouble?
I make suits and dresses and fancy things. Why would I don't owe any money. Does this have to do with maybe one of the... Maybe they didn't like my work.
Who is they?
I don't know. I have lots of customers.
Are they all men that look alike? Because
No, I don't know who those people were.
well,
Who are your customers? Those well, a lot of well-to-do merchants and nobility and others. He's looking worried now.
Perhaps that's why. He would have access to wealthy merchants and nobility.